It's Thursday, August 30th. Welcome to TV7.ca News. I'm Paul Huckelak. Today, it's a golden broadcast with gold scams and gold infestation. But first, it's that time of year kids dread and parents anticipate: back to school. Schools in St. Albert are back in session next week, and that brings with it the city's annual reminder for you to drive safe. School and playground zone speed limits will be in effect starting September 4th, and school buses will be loading and offloading children. To help make sure everyone is slowing down near schools, automated traffic enforcement will be out in full force during the month of September. They'll be starting on the first day of school at St. Alexander Mackenzie School and moving to a different school zone every weekday throughout the month. St. Albert's Public Schools is also reminding parents you need to pick up your student's bus pass by August 31st, as they'll need it on the first day of school. RCMP are out with warnings about a couple of scams making the rounds in the St. Albert area. First, Mounties warn they've learned about a possible scam involving people selling gold jewelry from their vehicle, claiming they need the money to help them travel across Canada. The alleged scammers seem to have a large quantity of gold rings and necklaces to sell for gas money. RCMP say this is similar to a scam involving, quote, designer leather jackets from a vehicle in a parking lot which pops up in St. Albert from time to time. They remind you there's no way to verify the value of anything being sold on the side of the road, and it is buyer beware. Meanwhile, St. Albert RCMP have had 7 different reports of, quote, ransomware or sextortion scams. These scams are where online fraudsters demand large sums of Bitcoin, or they threaten to release private information to the public. In a ransomware scam, victims receive pop-up messages stating their computer or IP address was involved in something illegal, such as child pornography or terrorism. These messages look like they may have come from official sources such as the RCMP. The messages then demand payment, often in Bitcoin, to unlock the computer. Mounties say they do not demand payment to unlock computers. They warn you to beware of pop-ups with ransom requests and to be wary of free downloads from music, game, movie, and adult sites. The second online scam making the rounds is a sextortion scam. In this situation, victims are lured into online relationships through social media or adult websites. Once the relationship builds trust, the victims are encouraged to do sexual acts on their computer's camera. The victim is then informed the event was recorded, and the scammer will publicly release the video if the victim doesn't pay a fee. Mounties say the best defense is to refuse any requests to perform an illicit or lewd act over the internet, and to carefully consider who you share explicit videos or photos with. They also advise you to disable your webcam or other internet-connected cameras when you aren't using them. If you believe you have experienced or seen any fraudulent activity, you're urged to contact St. Albert RCMP and report the scam to the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre. After the break, the city is dealing with a goldfish infestation.
We are working really hard to bring you quality local entertainment. We hope you're happy with our results.
St. Albert isn't just a great place to raise a family. It's not just about the numerous natural areas or the conveniently located amenities. St. Albert is about the community, the neighbors, and the families. St. Albert is home. Hi, I'm Kim Obolinski, living and loving St. Albert for over 30 years. I'd love to help you buy or sell a home.
The city is commencing treatment of Lacombe Lake Park to get rid of a pesky goldfish problem. Rotenone treatments will begin on September 4th and continue until October 2nd. Since 2015, the city has been working to try to remove invasive Asian goldfish from the Edgewater Park Stormwater Management Facility. Initial attempts to remove the fish were unsuccessful, and the fish spread to the Ted Hole SMF and Lacombe Lake Park. Last year, the city initiated a rote-known treatment program which successfully removed the goldfish from the Edgewater SMF and Ted Hole SMF. The city assures residents rote-known is a natural chemical derived from tropical plants and is not harmful to humans, pets, or the local ecosystem. However, as a precaution, the treatment activities will affect the Lacombe Dog Park and Beach. The gazebo will close for 8 hours during treatment, while the dog beach and lake access will be closed for 72 hours afterward. St. Albert is one of the best at throwing things away. The city has earned an award in recognition of ongoing efforts to better educate everyone on the subject of waste management. St. Albert won bronze in the category of education at the Solid Waste Association of North America, or SWANA, Industry Awards this year. The city earned the award for its 2017 Curbside Waste Education Program. The program had a team visit over 1,200 households to help teach residents about common errors in sorting waste, such as plastic bags in the organics bin or styrofoam in a blue recycling bag. Residents who were doing a great job were given a thank you sticker on their carts. While the award was earned in recognition of the Curbside Waste Education team's work last year, the program has continued into 2018. And meanwhile, until September 7th, nominations are being accepted for the 2018 Small Business Awards. The annual awards honor local businesses deserving of recognition in categories such as Young Entrepreneur, Outstanding Customer Service, or Community Leadership. To be eligible, a business must have existed for 3 years, be owned by an Alberta resident, must bear a St. Albert business license, and cannot have received an award in the same category within the last 5 years. The awards will be handed out during Small Business Week, held in late October. And if you know of a deserving business, you're urged to fill out the nomination form in the St. Albert Chamber of Commerce website, www.stalbertchamber.com. Just follow the link from the homepage. The St. Albert Pickleball Club may have some new people signing up, thanks to an event at the newly reopened Alpine Park. As part of a refurbishment, the club chipped in so the city could turn the park's old tennis courts into pickleball courts. Plenty of pickle-curious people turned out as part of the grand reopening event this past Saturday to give the fastest-growing sport in North America a try. Pickleball was invented in 1965 by two dads looking to create a game their kids could play at the summer cottage. It's described as easy to learn and play, and is great exercise, especially for those ages 50 and up.
Yeah, it's a combination, they say, of ping pong, tennis, and badminton. The court dimensions are the same as a badminton court, and the net is 2 inches lower than a tennis net. So the paddle is solid, most of them are traditionally the same, where they call it a polymer composite inside with air pockets. So it's not solid, there is some compression when the ball hits it, and there is a little bit of, but not a lot of grip to the surface, so you can spin the ball slightly to help control it as well.
Well, if you want to get involved with 372 members, they just go to pickleballstalbert.ca and find the link in there. There's a link for training, link for membership, etc. And then we take, as I said earlier, we take them through, we give them a free 1 or 2 lessons, and then we mentor them all summer. But we also mentor in the winter times. The schedule has to be set up, but we will mentor them indoors as well. And we have 17 venues at the moment, hopefully going up to 20 venues indoors, 2 hours for $3 for 2 hours for a drop-in fee. And we're obviously looking for more venues. Well, the grand opening we had with MLA Marie Renault and the Mayor, and Diane Anger, who's the Director of Parks and Rec, Doug Thompson, the Pickleball Canada.
The St. Albert Pickleball Club already has over 300 members who play all year long, both indoors and out, and they're always looking for new players. Work continues on some local roads through the summer and into the fall. Until November, There are intermittent lane closures on St. Albert Trail north of Neil Ross Road as work continues on a new intersection for Erin Ridge. Due to construction, there is a temporary lane closure off St. Albert Trail southbound to westbound St. Vital Avenue. No right turns are being permitted. You can detour on McKinney Avenue or Muir Drive. The right-hand lane on St. Albert Trail southbound between Villeneuve Road and Giroux Road is intermittently closed between 9 a.m. and 10 p.m. That work has been extended to the end of August due to delays in replacing the barrier wall in Deer Ridge. And the City of Edmonton also wants St. Albert residents to know there's roadway constructions on 127th Street, just north of the Anthony Henday. That goes until November, and you can expect delays. This upcoming Monday, September 3rd, Grosvenor Outdoor Pool is going to the dogs. From 6 p.m. until 8 p.m., the pool will be welcoming dogs and their human friends to splash in the pool and have some fun, all in support of the Second Chance Animal Rescue Society, SCARS. Admission to the annual event is a monetary donation in support of SCARS, with new or gently used pet-related items also accepted. SCARS is a non-profit organization that takes in abandoned and homeless animals to help find them a forever loving family. If you're planning to attend the canine pool party, you're asked to bring some cleanup bags to pick up after your pet and make sure your furry friend is up to date on their vaccinations. And that'll do it for today. Don't forget, if you have any news tips or community events you'd like to share with our viewers, you can email us at news@tv7.ca or message us on our Facebook page. From all of us here at TV7.com, I'm Paul Huckalak.